Hectic.
That's right, guys. That is how waste electronics are recycled. Suzanne, we're not quite there yet. We're not. The video isn't quite the truth of what is happening in South Africa yet, right?
We'd like to get there eventually.
Yeah.
Look, we do shred metals and things. They go to smelters later, and we do granulate plastics, and then they can become a new product after it's get extruded. But they talk about eddy currents and other kind of stuff, and infrared detection. I haven't seen.
We're
that
not there
yet,
but eventually we'll get to that point, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, recycling is definitely a common topic, but when you think about it, you think about glass, about bottles, about paper, but do you ever think about what do you do with your electronics? I'm sure you've got, computers piling up at home and chargers, and you don't know what to do with them. Well, you definitely can recycle and help save the environment. That's why Suzanne is here to tell us all about it. Suzanne, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Mbasa.
It's so good to have you on the show, Suzanne. So you're here to tell us all about e-waste, right?
Yeah, if you're interested.
Yes, I'm definitely interested. What is e-waste and how is it different from other waste?
Well, it's pretty much a new kid on the block, e-waste. I mean, like 20, 30 years ago, no one really talked about it. Today, it's the fastest growing waste stream in the world.
Wow.
If you would take all the e-waste that is generated every year, you could actually put it in a train, it would span around the world. It's the fastest growing waste stream. So the problem is, you mentioned paper and plastics and glass. Now, e-waste is a bit of a funny animal because you have up to 200 different components of things. So you see, there is plastic in e-waste, there is glass in e-waste, even leaded glass.
Yes.
And so we need to, it is a bit more tricky to deal with e-waste. It's hazardous waste as well.
Most definitely. And I'm seeing quite a lot of things here.
Yeah.
This is, I don't know, a fan?
Yeah, that's a heater.
Oh, that's a heater.
We're doing collection days, and then whenever we come up really interesting stuff, like perhaps the older generation remembers Colombo.
I remember. It wasn't called Colombo. We called it Istena. I don't know if you guys know, but we called that phone Istena. But we definitely have moved.
I think it looks really cool, really retro. And imagine that would be a smartphone.
Yeah.
I really think
we really have
very,
moved.
very
Thank goodness innovation has really evolved. Hey, I'm in love with my selfies and my smartphones. So
yes.
But tell me, Suzanne, I mean, how can the younger generation, recycle e-waste? What do we need to know?
Well, first of all, you need to know what not to do. And what is most important is to remember the first thing you can do is to really find out, do I really need to buy this?
Yeah.
Because very often we are driven by buying the latest model. We don't feel cool enough and loved enough. And we need to understand it's about us, and we're getting bamboozled by the marketing people. They want us to believe that we need the latest model. Do we really need it? Because every time we buy something, resources need to be extracted out of the ground, and it becomes waste later. Sometimes I call this design for the dump. Stuff like this. Who needs an ice cube that is blinking? Is that important in your life?
It's really useless, really.
It was like Halloween. Do we really need a blinking horn? This is
we really don't. Okay, that's why we do not need it. Okay.
And there are batteries in there, and those batteries, you can see, those are containing mercury, so it looks like fun, but actually it carries a big environmental impact, those kind of things.
What do we do with, old appliances, Suzanne? Where do we take them?
Let's assume that you really need this, you really have to buy it, and now it is e-waste. All right. What you mustn't do is you mustn't put it into your household waste. So your household rubbish bin is an absolute no-no, because that goes to a landfill site, it's not protected. All those heavy metals that are in e-waste can go into the ground, pollute our waters.
Absolutely.
Don't give it to a trolley person either. We think, they go away, they recycle, they make some money.
And there are many of those around who are always collecting old TVs.
And give them your paper, give them your plastic, but don't give them the e-waste, because what they will do is they go around the corner and they will actually take those cables and they will start burning them to get the copper out. And that plastic contains chlorine, and it can create a really, really toxic emission. They trash the equipment. They want that. This is what they want, like printed wire boards. That's where some of the valuables sit on there. Okay, but the rest is valueless. The plastics, they will just trash it and it will lie on the ground and then
it's going to be, useless. But how is it hazardous to the environment, Suzanne?
Okay, because it contains metals, like heavy metals, like cadmium, mercury, lead. Those are heavy metals. The batteries contain also heavy metals. The glass, if you look at monitors from your computers, the old ones, they contain actually lead, quite a bit of lead. So there is up to 37 different elements in a computer alone. And some of them are unfortunately toxic when they get exposed to the environment. So the moment it rains on them or the sun or they break apart and they get exposed to the environment, they actually start polluting the environment and the people who treat things.
Yes,
not
absolutely.
Right.
And I do know that, we can make a bit of money from this, yes?
You can make a little bit of money if you bring it to a buyback center, for example. But what you should really do is contact your municipality. Most municipalities in the bigger cities offer collection days.
All right.
And there are drop-off sites that actually accept e-waste, and then we can make sure it goes to a formal recycling process. It's really, really important that we formalize the whole recycling industry for electronic waste.
Fantastic. And we can also find all of that information, right, on your Facebook page.
Absolutely.
And your Twitter as well, right?
Twitter, Facebook, and we have a website, the Southern African e-waste Alliance website.
And we all have it on Facebook as well, guys. You will find it there on our site as well as Facebook. So please hop onto our social network sites right this minute. Susanne, thank you so much for joining us. We have learned something new today, darling. Thank you so much.
Hectic. Hectic.